Hey YouTube, this is Cheese Factory, and this is going to be a deck video about the deck that won YCS Miami, and why. Which is, no one thought winduuuuuuuuuuups would win, which this deck pretty obviously is. But, no one thought winduuuuuuuuups would win, not because winduuuuuuuuups were bad, but because they'd been citing huge numbers of cards against them for a long time. Winduuuuuuuuuups hadn't won the last 2 or 3 YCS, and Fire Fist had just come out, Mermails had gotten support. Basically, there was all this stuff that wasn't winduuuuuuuuuup related, and people thought winduuuuuuuuuuups aren't going to win. And also because of the upcoming ban list that crushes them. I think that reinforced people's ideas that winduuuuuuuuups wouldn't be the thing. And as a result, a lot of people weren't citing as much. I mean, once upon a time, we cited 3 Max Cs, 3 Gozen match, or rivalries, and 3 Thunder Kings or something, just for winduuuuuuuuups, because winduuuuuuuuups were so broken. But I looked at most of the deck lists, the tops. I looked at least like 15 of them, and people just weren't citing for winduuuuuuuuups very much. It would be like 4 cards instead of a lot more than 4 cards, like way more than 4 cards. So that's all it took, because winduuuuuuuuups are still very threatening, or huge threat for the next 9 days or something. So we have, for his deck, rabbits, rats, sharks, magicians, factories, tour guides, Sengan, double Ryo, staples, MSTs, bottomlesses, torrentials, solemns. And his interesting thing is he ran 3 compulse and 3 fiendish, because people can play around Deep Prison, and people can play around Mirror Force, and people pop like hell, because with cards like Marksman and so many MSTs and Gorilla and all this other stuff in these decks that pops back row, you're just not reliable in getting off a Deep Prison or Mirror Force. It's so much more efficient, or reliable at least, to run other stuff. And he chose 3 compulse and 3 fiendish, which was brilliant. Fiendish shuts down Fire Fists pretty much completely. And compulse is just a great card. I mean, compulse is like insane. So that's just good. He ran pretty standard extra, but because he didn't run Starlight, he didn't have to have Stardust. I don't know why he didn't run Starlight, but it was an interesting choice that worked out well, apparently. His side was pretty interesting, because you see he sided plenty for the mirror. He sided plenty against winduuuuuuuuups. Good number of cards that you'd expect to see against a winduuuuuuuuup player. But most people didn't. He sided the Veilers, the Maxis, the Random Snowmeter, the Defissures, of course, the Messengers of Peace, of course, the Dust Tornadoes. That was interesting, because he wanted a lot of 1-for-1 removal and stuff like that, and because it could chain to anything. Although I'm not sure if these were actually Dust Tornadoes. There was a similar thing, but basically they were Dust Tornadoes. And 1 Deep Prison, 1 Mirror he cited, and his reasoning on not citing more of each was because in practice when he cited like 2 or 3 Deep Prisons, he'd never cited more than 1 in anyway. So he just only cited 1 in the tournament, and it worked out. This is a really brilliant deck. The guy who piloted it was pretty good. I would have liked to see Simon He or Jojo Orlando or one of the truly incredible players of our time, or of this format era, do well. But actually pretty much no one notable did well except for Billy Brake, who got 3rd, so that was interesting. And I might talk about his deck because it was pretty new. But this was it. It was pretty amazing. And it won YCS. So it's a great deck. Although, goodbye winduuuuuuuuups. You went out with a bang and a winduuuuuuuuuuuup mirror in the finals. And you will not be back again. So that's it. And this is Cheese Factory signing out.